you!
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Okay.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangement.
Oh, it'll be fine.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later.
Hey, Nilu!
Okay. I guess we showed up.
Traveler, Paimon.
We got your letters, so here we are!
I want to finish this Archon quest up. Let's hurry it up.
You're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet.
That's fine.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Maybe they're trying to, like, I don't know. They're not connected to Akasha's. Nobody's connected to Akasha anymore, and it's all turned off. So they're all trying to develop their sense of self before they come over.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of trend. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all.
Okay.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
Wait, what? Of course.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye, Master Zubair. Let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Wait, okay.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience.
Simps. Anybody who appreciates any appreciation for anybody who's a simp.
But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Despite I actually got one in leeway. And speaking of,
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
I gotta deal with Fontaine after this.
You guys are so funny. There's really no need for that.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if for some reason they didn't receive the letters? Then
Fine.
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
You know where everybody is.
When I wrote the letters, as for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the act.
Fine.
I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. As for
Fine.
Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask about her.
Okay, got it.
I
Let's
gotta
go,
make the
Traveler.
rounds. I gotta make the rounds. I want to finish this off. Please let me finish it off. This quest has been going on for a while. Let me finish it off. Please. And the door opened itself again.
We haven't seen Al-Haytham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
Okay. Okay. Okay, buddy.
Hey there, have you seen Al-Haytham?
Yes, it seems Scribe Al-Haytham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him, but you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here.
Cave. I think it's one of the characters I also have unlocked.
Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No!
No way. We're strictly here on business.
How many times has the word business been brought up here?
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Why? Are you trying to relate to everybody else for that? I'm sorry. I guess I can't relate to anyone. Bye! There you are.
Al-Haytham should be around here somewhere, right?
Oh wait, he's not there. Who? Right there at the desk.
Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Actually, if he has time to talk, he has time for us.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
That's Kaveh.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh? You sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know of—
Well, I almost became a sage.
And why didn't you?
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Because you're someone who's usually serious and not someone to keep morale up unless you feel like changing that.
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Ugh, you... see? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Okay.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Let's see how this plays out. We're not in a rush anyway.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
Am I gonna deal with the story quest with Kaveh?
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
Fair question.
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Well, it kind of did happen. And the fact that you're not asking about the Akasha is also another bigger question.
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Yeah, well, I don't think we need to worry about that. He just can't seem to take his word for it. I actually have Kaveh unlocked, by the way. Imagine someone lies to Kaveh, and he comes back angry. He's like, "You're dead!" and smacks him across the head. Well,
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
I want to finish the Archon quest.
We're running some errands for Nilou.
What?
Nilou said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar.
If she addressed the letter to Al Haytham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my...
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Yes!
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently, and the whole Academia was practically turned upside down.
Tainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
Good.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them.
Agreed.
4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Academia. I don't know where to begin.
They turned on each other.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Maybe, but does Althaytham want to become a sage? That's a different story.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
So you don't want to do it?
Huh? But why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
You expect that from him?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
No, because you'd rather be someone who's behind the scenes.
Oh, alright. So are you busy these days trying?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take office.
Temporary.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Kaveh.
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars.
Doesn't seem to believe a word you told him. Here's the thing. It's weird when Kaveh is questioning Althaytham because, like, if they really were roommates, where they relied on the Akasha, that he wouldn't have had any confidence in himself. But then again, maybe he's not as completely connected like the other scholars in the Academia. But the fact that he has to verify information or not, or just disbelieve anything, I don't know. Was he too much on the Akasha?
Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Thank you for the hard work these days.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
Good! At least there weren't any problems here. God! Duh! Huh.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could
What?
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Dunyarzad.
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dunyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
We're good. You recovered from the Alzar.
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life.
Because you're not limited by the disease anymore.
I don't know if you've heard, but Alazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got?
Yeah!
Just right there. Didn't expect to see you here. Even though I kinda expected to see you here.
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
Okay.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady.
Interesting you say it like a chivalrous knight who's about to get into a Yuri relationship.
When I took this job, I had already covered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
Even though the horizon is always out there, and ever so, we keep marching.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
Go to where the wind blows.
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Okay.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea.
Yeah.
I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation.
And you just want to let it all out and just frickin' scream bloody murder on the street.
But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Yeah, well, do I have to do a story quest with her? I feel like I got to do a story quest with her.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
No.
What?
We didn't hear anything about that.
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia. But only if I wanted to.
Yeah, but...
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the Academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super, mate!
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory.
I don't want to see you go, but...
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again.
I guess being free is just part of how a day operates.
Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too.
Agreed, because the whole entire Archon quest with Sumeru is like trying to solve a problem for George Orwell's 1984.
But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Okay.
Huh?
But,
Wait a second! You made it sound like you're leaving now!
yeah.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time?
Oh, did Nilou write to us?
Yes.
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
Yeah.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilou asked us to come and check on that.
Because sometimes we have to verify things even when they're sent out.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilou to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Yes!
Since it's being organized by Nilou, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so...
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his...
Oh,
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. Don't mention it. You better get going.
Is Raman gonna be sour over being punched in the face by Sino?
On to our next.
Maybe. Yeah, that's him.
It's been a while since we last visited. Ah, there's Sino.
Yeah. There he is. I don't say much. Just say it for me. It's been a while.
What brings you here?
Letter.
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well too.
That's good to hear.
Thank you for let's talk to him.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Why?
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Ramen.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble.
Raman! And... huh? Sataria?
Sataria is actually related.
Oh, you know me?
Yes.
Oh, well,
Don't worry. These are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
So she actually does have family as part of the King Deshret.
I see.
Have you been...
I'm doing
Can't
well.
talk!
Many good things have happened recently.
Everybody got cured. Nobody's stuck to the internet. People have become less stupid. Nobody's susceptible to doublethink. People are less stupid. The Academia's frickin' Azar great sage has been overthrown, and only two sages remain. People have become less stupid. And whatever it is solving the George Orwell problem with doublethink has been solved.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Yeah, because everybody got not dealing with the internet.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
Why?
What?
You're not gonna be a scholar anymore?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity.
Is it because a guilt tripped you through possession to do that?
I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Okay.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people.
Okay.
That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
Okay.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
Wait, who are you? How do I know you?
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission.
Yeah, well, they're not around anymore, so things are gonna change.
As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become.
What?
Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Oh god, it is the whole, the guilt-tripping thing.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Yeah.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Master Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, I believe
the people will make good use of them.
Agreed.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert.
Agreed.
Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
Why does everybody want to talk business?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast?
So you didn't know.
It's the first I've heard of it.
Why?
Mari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
I don't think he wants to be social, but oh well.
No, not really. But I'll go.
You two are invited as well.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need...
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing. And someday, I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well.
Got it.
Okay. Don't get angry.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
Yes.
You're here.
Yes, we are.
Ah,
Hi,
there
here.
you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
No, yeah, just,
We're not late, are we? It's just...
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
did you literally come in the... Screw it.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all
Everything looks quite good.
I wanna go to an Indian cuisine and have butter chicken.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler just look at all the delicious food here.
And the traveler is like, oh god, do I have to pay for this? So the feast and celebration goes as planned. Drinks are flowing, the food's delicious, the venue is beautifully arranged. It's just embarrassing. Everybody eats and drinks before enjoying the performances, but Neil and everyone in the Grand Bazaar. Okay. Time passes gradually, and the wonderful atmosphere of the beautiful evening feels almost like a dream.
Wow, it's so delicious.
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru, and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
I saved them from a George Orwell 1984 scenario. Yay!
Feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's...
My lady sure has a way with words.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think
Yes, don't ever talk about it.
Something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
I can't talk!
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Wait, what?
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully.
I don't know what to say to that. Aside from the fact that wait, what? Luck? I thought it was calculated. How was your luck?
Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part. And thanks to...
So, would you say we're good actors too?
Yes.
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academy.
Yes! Even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Abandoned?
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once seized all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it.
She started anew.
This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
Result of losing her wisdom and memories of the past. No.
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
You were just wondering if you got it wrong.
Something wrong?
Yeah. What's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Wait. I think I know. They don't know what happened about the use up all our power in a great disaster, losing all our Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's see, history was changed. They all forgot about Greater Lord Rukadavara. That's what. But somehow, the Traveler remembered. Okay, don't mind me, my mind was elsewhere.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
Seems that after everyone forgot Greater Lord Rukadavara, their understanding of Sumeru's history also changed. Huh. Everyone believes the Lesser Lord Kusanali has been Sumeru's Archon all along. Maybe I'm the only one in Tibet who remembers the Greater Lord Rukadavara ever existed. Interesting how the Traveler remembers. As a witness of what happened, I shall respect her choice and keep the secret for her.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
Ooh, so only the Traveler remembers.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
Because the Traveler is from a different world and somehow is able to remember things.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Because they didn't feel like it.
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Are you trying to avoid the question?
Not at all. but every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the academia.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Because he's a scribe, and he knows what he's doing. And he's always reading.
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
You're kind of looking at everybody else's reason and taking it from there.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
Like, what was his reasoning?
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage.
Then what was your motive?
If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
So, in other words, you just wanted to keep civil order, but not take on the power.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You just wanted to continue being a scribe. Okay, continue being a scribe.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
I'm too goddamn serious to smile. Can I finish this off? Please! Talk to everyone in the feast.
Ah, there you are. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today?
Yes.
It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. Make sure you live it up tonight.
Fine. You tell Sataria's message to Nilo.
I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to... I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now.
Fine. Okay, I want to finish the Archon quest.
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious.
Must be rare.
I don't often come to such places. But it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
Alright, don't worry about us.
There's always next time. We're friends after all. This feast is pretty good. I like it.
Good.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good.
Thought you might find it boring.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning.
Which is?
The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts. Unlike the farces at the Academia.
Because some people like that are too superficial to enjoy some of the deeper things in life.
That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying.
Aren't you said bookworm?
I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house.
Oh, I believe Kave's gonna be pissed off.
Oh well.
You're gonna, oh god. You're gonna hear from Kave. Alright, you.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious.
Yes, I also tried some fruit just then. What an amazing place to...
You said it. Oh,
First our characters
look
have
who
hang
else
at
is
events,
here.
not story quests. Okay.
Hello! Oh, I'm so happy Nilo invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
My pleasure.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking.
Okay. Can I please finish everything?
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
I'm so damn tired, I want to fall asleep. Then I suddenly feel sleepy.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy.
As much as I want to do that, I want to eat.
Of course. Just wait here.
And then the traveler falls asleep. His it because I didn't sleep well last night? I feel sleepy all of a sudden, or is it because I'm too full? It seems like someone is there. Is it that balladeer? It's almost like the scenario with the balladeer. The time has stopped.
It's me.
Oh! Looks like my clutch is connected to yours again.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon.
Is there anything you need from me?
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
What?
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Fine. All it was about it here, it's better if you could do it yourself.
Oh, is it?
Some things of the world must be done by yourself.
If I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they?
Nah.
What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want.
You're not a scary person! That'll be fine. Please don't worry about it. Have you made up your mind?
Yes, I have.
You're actually gonna show up. That's good. Wait, huh?
You
What?
said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So...
You're gonna
I've
possess me?
decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Now, if it was running Shogun, everybody would be terrified. Yeah. Let's promise you won't say anything weird when you're in my body. Oh, good. And it happens.
Everyone! Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to... It's me. Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
Funny how he knows the voice.
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the Traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you,
Oh,
I would have been
Patrick,
in a much
please
more
and thank you.
difficult situation.
Thank you. Yeah.
Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
Yeah. Everybody taking it as individually and not hiding behind group names.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
And then it switches back to the Traveler. Just like that everybody is happy to meet you.
Yeah.
When he shows up for side prize, visit the feature. Sincerely, joy flows in everyone's heart. Really? A warm atmosphere of talking and laughter carries on late into the night. Okay. And the feast ends on a perfect note. Finally! I want to not play the game anymore!
Are you awake? Did you rest well?
Yes, and every part of this Archon quest is about waking up. I think I slept alright.
After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Still nothing compared to Paimon.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony.
That's usually the name for a demon, but I'll just leave it there.
Alright, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida?
Yeah, what? Yes.
She should be in the academia right.
This is an endurance round! This is a goddamn marathon! Does it get worse than Fontaine? Or Nightline? There you are.
Hello, like a candle floating on water.
What happens if the candle, the top of the lit candle falls into water?
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know?
What else do we need to do? Is that it? Please. About the Akasha?
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to.
Good!
I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently.
People should learn without being connected and just taking everything at face value without ever questioning anything.
But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is
centralized. People should have their own idea of knowledge, or at least some objective knowledge. But it shouldn't be centralized to the extent where some people can't literally think for themselves.
Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them.
Yeah. You gotta be able to have your own hard drive in your own head.
And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia.
Good!
The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally.
And given how I have at least 2 story quest keys ready, and I see you have at least 2 story quests coming up, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be seeing that.
I hope that the new 6th grade sages will be more focused on academics. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take...
Okay. Culture, friends, what about after I fell asleep that day?
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
Did he take the gnosis?
You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation.
Wait, didn't Patrick say he was number 2? Or did I read that wrong?
However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it.
He's number 2. She's just stating that the Harbingers up to number 3 are comparable to gods in strength. Okay, my bad. Wait. Up to number 3 possess power comparable to gods. Up to number 3. Okay, my bad. I read that wrong.
I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the Doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom.
What was the boon of new knowledge? About the Balladeer. What happened to him?
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, But as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features.
You're just gonna keep him under close inspection for the time being.
Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil.
Good!
In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
And that's something you're also curious about. Both Fontaine, the next stop on my journey. Oh, god damn it!
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice?
God, Fontaine is actually coming up. I feel like I'm getting mentally steamrolled by a train.
As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
Fontaine.
Does their Archon personally judge people? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials.
Focalor.
However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere.
Oh, Hydra Archon is the best character. Okay.
As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict.
Despite not being the actual person involved, she still has the final say.
Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality.
Yeah, and that's something I'm gonna find out the second I go to Fontaine. I got nothing else to say, but go to Fontaine.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else? Huh? You mean about your brother?
Oh, she knows? Well, she's been tapped into my consciousness, so of course she would know.
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
There shouldn't be any information on him or myself.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother. This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your brother. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all.
So there is something on him or something.
What? There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
And I'm not? How is this possible? He journeyed the sea of stars together life. We came here. How could he possibly hail from Teyvat? Things don't add up. There's something wrong with my memories, or is just the world has done something to him?
But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
Do you know what he has been through?
According to the records I was able to access, after the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat.
Huh.
But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy. What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate.
Hoyoverse?
And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else? That wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
When we're both from outside?
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Descender?
What's a Descender? Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis. A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
Okay, but if it's possible that the Traveler's sibling, aka brother, or in Patrick's case, sister, is a Descender, then who are the other two?
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them?
Maybe Deliath? I'm just thinking of one of the other Conria descendants.
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other descenders, I still need to verify their existence. Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information. And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom.
Despite knowing anything and everything, how does that... Oh, God.
There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Same.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru.
I'm gonna go on a train.
I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world.
Maybe.
If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Okay.
I'm sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida. The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dream.
Finally!
A bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. Paimon was ready to ask her a million...
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. Well, not for today. I'm tired as hell. Also, there's no BP period.
About these descenders. So, does that just mean people like you who come traveling to Teyvat from someplace else? And as for your brother... so many questions.
Yes! Oh my god. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Everything's gonna hurt. Interlude chapter. Wait, is there... No, Archon quest. Interlude chapter Act 3. Sir and distant encounter. Oh god. Alright, screw it! Yes! Okay. All the Genesis crystals that I got. So, can I go for the Raid Shogun? Please. Purple? No, I didn't. Raid Shogun's 5-star.
It's good to meet you at last, traveler. I've been hearing about you for a long time now. I'm your new buddy, Toma.
Wow!
As long as that's okay with you, of course.
First try! First try Toma. Do I get another one? Or is that it? No. I get Toma. So, I didn't get the Raiden Shogun, but I got Toma. One thing I gotta mention first is this video was made 4 years ago, so I think these were ideas that Hoyoverse had at the time when they were developing Genshin, but I don't know. Are there some changes that have happened? I don't know why. Teyvat's chapter storyline preview Travail? What? Huh.
We had no time to say goodbye, so let's not call it that.
I wonder who is speaking, the one that got captured or the one who we are playing right now? Hoyoverse?
The war has already begun.
Archon War?
It is just a continuation of past battles.
Or the past battles for the Archon War as well? Are we talking about the modern or back then?
The gods goad us on with the promise of their 7 treasures.
What 7 treasures?
Rewards for the worthy, the doorway to divinity. Yet buried in the depths of this world lies smoldering remains, a warning to those that dare trespass. That throne in the sky is not reserved for you.
The idea that someone... Is it the Abyss or some deep down darkness from below the earth telling divinity is not for you? Maybe.
But mortal arrogation never stops. None will escape the flames. See for yourself. The
Prologue, the Outlander caught the wind.
dragon who defended Mondstadt for a millennium finally faces his perturbation. What does freedom really mean when demanded of you by a god?
Mondstadt?
The god of contracts, senselessly slaughtered as his people watched on in horror.
Leeway?
In the end, he will sign the contract to end all contracts.
Yeah, by giving up godhood and allowing humanity to run themselves. Funny how that happens in almost many different Eastern games that come about.
In the secluded land of the immortal Shogun, the Bakufu rules eternal.
Inazuma?
But what do mortals see of the eternity chased after by their god?
Stasis of mentality.
The god of wisdom's enemy is wisdom itself.
What? I never thought of it like that, but sure, why not? Sumeru? Literally just finished Act 3.
And the oasis of knowledge is a mirage in the desert of ignorance.
Quite a metaphor to describe a situation that actually does take place in the desert, or on the border of said desert, or away from said desert, but yeah.
In the city of scholars, there is a push for folly, yet the god of wisdom
Might look a little different here, but oh well.
Makes no argument against it.
Because the scholars were the ones who were controlled by the Fatui.
The god of justice.
Okay, now here is where I have yet to get going. Fontaine!
Lives for the spectacle of the courtroom, seeking to judge all other gods. But even she knows not to make an enemy of the divine.
Nope. And wherever else it is.
The rules of war are woven in the womb.
Not line.
The victors shall burn bright, while the losers must turn to ash.
Sounds like an actual crucible.
When the god of war shares this secret with the traveler.
Is that an actual character that we haven't seen for a while?
It is because she has her reasons.
God of War. Not related to Kratos, although I have played God of War. The third one and Ragnarok. I have yet to get to the other ones.
She is a god with no love left for her people.
Snezhnaya?
Nor do they have any left for her. Her followers hope only to be on her side.
That is yet to be released as of now, because as of October 10th, we've only gotten up to Notline, Archon Quest, Act 3 or 4. I have yet to get to frickin' Snezhnaya.
When the day of her rebellion against the divine comes at last. In the perpetual meantime of a sheltered eternity, most are content to live and not to dream.
Oh, frickin' hell, dreams. Why? I feel interesting how the word dream is brought up, especially after Patrick is asking me to watch this video right after the Sumeru Archon Quest.
But in the hidden corners, where the god's gaze does not fall, there are those who dream of dreaming. Some say a few are chosen, and the rest are dregs. But I say we humans have our humanity. We will defy this world with a power from beyond. Is Snezhnaya going to come out in 6.0? And is Conrad going to come out in 7.0? I'm thinking about that. Now, you who has set foot in this world. Your journey has reached its end, but one final doorway remains. Step forth if you have understood the meaning of your journey. I don't think you can. Like, depending on which culture you are from. Given that it's a Chinese-made game from a Chinese company, I don't know if the VAs or the English translations are a little bit different. I don't know what it means to, like, understand everything at the end of a journey.
I don't know if we're trying to pull off this Journey to the West sort of thing, but I don't know. That it could be a different meaning because it's originally from Chinese.
Defeat me. Command me to step aside. Show me that you are worthier than I to rescue her. Then, the threads of all fate will be yours to reweave.
So, this is what's gonna happen.
My memory has all but faded completely. But I will always remember how much she too loved these flowers.
Okay, so I literally just finished Sumeru, and I have yet to get to Fontaine. I gotta do the interlude. That's gonna take a while. That's gonna be fun. I have Fontaine to deal with, I have Notlan to deal with, and I have frickin' Snezhnaya to deal with when that gets released. God knows how long that's gonna take, or how long it's even gonna take for me to deal with Fontaine when the time comes. I have maybe Conrad to deal with, assuming if Hoyoverse wants to keep this game on life support, but I don't know. But yeah, it's time to move on to the Judgment of the Court. So in the meantime, I gotta get going, and I'll see you all later. Bye!